Thank you so much, first of all, for all the wonderful gifts, the beautiful gifts that you give us. That's so appreciative of that. So thank you. I love them all. Okay, I really, really, really am getting to just absolutely love my clarity. Like I'm becoming really, really addicted to that focus and feeling really clear.
We have a quick question for you. Don't want to distract you from your topic, but in light of what we were just talking about, does clarity ever shine like it's shining within you without contrast that helps you hone it and focus it? Didn't you get to clarity from contrast?
Yes.
Doesn't every piece of clarity come out of contrast? And
Yes.
so don't you want to bless what has produced the clarity that you love so much?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think what I'm wanting to talk about that's really kind of like I've got a vibrational craw about it is on the occasion when I have more than a couple of glasses of wine, I wake up the next day and I don't feel that clarity and it sort of bothers me and I think, okay, I think I desire just to have, maybe one or two, and that's good and that's what normally happens. But I feel like on the nights when I'm having fun, I don't have my clarity when I'm like, oh, I'm having a great time, I'm going to have my third one. It never comes into my head of like, you know what, you're really not going to wish you did that the next day. And then the next day I think, where did my clarity go? Like, should I, if that makes sense.
Not really.
I think it bothers me that
you're swept up in the momentum of the moment?
Yes, and then that I almost regret it. Like I don't feel like I regret anything, but it's almost when on that occasion when that happens, I regret it the next day that I wasn't in a clear enough mind to kind of go, no, I'm good.
Well, so here's the thing. So you're having a good time and you're enjoying the wine and you're enjoying the way you feel with it.
Yes.
Because you feel less inhibited, you feel easier, because the momentum of the substance has already muted your clarity a bit, and clarity of resistance is not beneficial. So we're just playing with you just a little bit, you drunken fools. We want to help you to realize that much of the appeal of the substance, whatever it is because if you were always, and we're not saying you should be, or even that we want you to be, if you were always tuned in, tapped in, turned on, then there would be no resistance, and then the call of something that helps you lower resistance would not be as strong within you. You wouldn't have these memories of how you just felt less inhibited, you had more fun, you let yourself go more, you felt more relaxed. You wouldn't have those memories because you instead would have the memory of clarity and all of that you like even more than that. So let's just say, and it's all right, we're not trying to guide you away from anything, but let's just say that because you are normal in the world, and because you offer your vibration toward your desire and away from it, that you have, most of you, enough resistance going on that some alcohol and or can soften that resistance. That resistance that wouldn't exist if you were always tuned in, tapped in, turned on.
Right.
So you with us so far?
Yes.
So it's a tool that helps you artificially, and that's all right, temporarily, and that's all right too, lower resistance. What if you did some pre-paving and you acknowledged that a glass or two helps you to lower resistance and makes you have a very good time?
That's great. But
let's say that you forgot about your conversation with yourself, and so you had a glass and then another and then another. Let's say you went crazy. Let's say you jumped in the pool.
I did. And it was so fun.
That was not about being drunk, we understand. That was about alignment, we get that.
Yeah, definitely.
Let's say that you drank more than you really had intended.
Yes.
So the next morning you wake up and you don't feel clear. So now you're standing in a contrasting moment where maybe you don't feel quite good, your body feels sluggish, you don't have clarity. So what happens under those conditions? You send a rocket of desire that you want more clarity. Well, It doesn't take too many experiences like that before you've put a lot of rockets of desire out here, engines on your desire end, that momentum is just stronger. And when that momentum is stronger, in other words, when the desire for clarity the next morning is stronger than the desire to soothe resistance the night before, then that will be your experience.
And I feel like that's what's happening. I think it's just, I don't know if I'm being too hard on myself or if I'm...
Yeah, you are. You're being too hard on yourself. Anytime that you're beating up on yourself for anything, we would say you're being too hard on yourself. But it's also a clarifying conversation when you say, I like to drink and I like to have fun. I just don't like to wake up not feeling so good. So you can do something about that vibrationally in advance. So have the conversation with yourself. So I've launched the rockets and I'm intending to wake up. It could be that you could drink and still wake up with clarity. That could be, but you'd have to change some beliefs. There's layers of beliefs even in this simple subject and this simple conversation. You believe that you're not going to wake up feeling clear. And sometimes, even at conscious levels, you decide it's worth it. Feeling good in this moment is worth not feeling good in the next moment. But there's something vibrationally really screwy about that. And what that is feeling good in this moment promotes more good feeling moments. Feeling good in this moment always promotes more good feeling moments. Feeling good in this moment always causes momentum about what's coming next. So that means you're not feeling as good in those moments as you might think that you are without the alcohol. Because the alcohol isn't covering up the vibrational point of attraction. It's covering up your awareness of it. Is that helpful?
Yeah, very.
When you drink from alignment, is it possible to drink while in alignment? You don't have to be covering up resistance when you want something to drink. Some things taste really good with other things.
Yes, yeah. And I like good wine.
And sometimes those stimulations feel good to you. And so we are not for a moment saying that every time you drink, you're trying to cover up resistance. But we are saying if you wake up not feeling clear, then you weren't promoting clarity from that place before. You were promoting something else. Your physical bodies, this is another subject worth really spending some time on. Your physical bodies are really wonderful adapters. And your physical body will adapt to the decision that you've made. It will. It just will. And so, bless your hearts, you are confronted with so many differing opinions about so many things that it's difficult for you to know who you are in the world in relationship to any experiences. Because you have layers and layers of beliefs that others have fed to you over time that makes you expect things about yourself given certain situations, you see. First of all, we wouldn't take anybody else's word for anything. We would just figure it out on our own. Yeah. We would just say, hey, when I eat this, I don't feel so good. So for now, I'm just not going to eat so much of that. And I'm not saying never, ever, ever. I'm just saying for now, from my alignment position, I'm following my alignment. I'm following what my inner being is suggesting. My inner being who knows every one of the trillions of cells in my body, who knows everything about my body chemistry, who knows everything about my intentions for life and my intentions for this body and what I'm wanting from it tonight and tomorrow. My inner being who understands clearly everything that I'm asking about my physical experience and my relationship with all things that come to me. And if I have an impulse toward something that I can feel my inner being is calling me toward, then of course I'm going to follow it. Let's not write a book on what to drink and what to eat and how many hours to sleep. Let's not write that book. Instead, let's write a book on connecting with source energy, connecting with the source within you, who understands not just your body and where it is and how it's doing, but everything in your vortex and where you stand relative to it and everything you want. And let's follow that guidebook. Yes?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you.